So a regional manager in a fast food chain approached me back in 2017, and we made a video for you guys how the Canadian proper is not getting the job. And in that video and several live streams, we explained to you guys how fast food industry, even the banking industry, even government jobs, they're not hiring Canadian proper or European expansion. And Buddy went in to tell me that basically they destroy your resumes upon receival. So there's no proof until they sell off your information. So your resume gets put in, you're applying for a job, you're looking for employment, you want to feed your family, or you want to buy your first car, or you want to go to school. Send in your resume to a job, most likely you won't get a call back, depending on your culture or race. But the one thing they do is they take and scan that information and then they send it off. Now I asked Buddy, why don't they hire Canadians? You're a regional manager, you have district managers below you, then you have branch or location managers below you. Why don't you hire Canadian proper? Well, because they get band together, they form unions, and they basically try to overthrow the company. I'm like, so having fair wages, a fair way of life, good working conditions is considered overthrowing the company? So anyways, let's wrap up a few videos. 2017, we made a video, how the Canadian proper is not getting the job. 2015, we made a video, it's a lie, Canadians and Americans want those jobs. So again, going into nobody wants those jobs. From Canada, it's kind of interesting. It started with the fast food industry, then it got into the big box stores, right? The Home Depots, like the big box stores. Canadians want those jobs, all the big box stores, and then they started going up to the banking system and government jobs. Where no, Canadians don't want to work in a bank and get their hands. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to work in banks. What are they going to do in a bank? So they fly people in from India. I heard from one bank they fly people from India to work in a bank in Canada. And a majority of Canadian banks are Chinese nationals that were born and raised in China. So do Canadians really want these jobs or not? We're going to get to that in this video. And in 2021, Canadian government is paying employers to hire migrants. How did I find that out before a lot of people? It's because I have a small company, and I was emailed telling me that if I hire a foreigner, a migrant, right, that they will subsidize, the Canadian government will subsidize their wages, right? That video was in 2021, right? That's when I got the email, and I told you guys. And so what happens is when you send in your resume, basically, it's very simple. They sell off your information. But it's kind of backfiring, right? In a way, because now we're getting that information back, right? So now when you fill out an application, they could ask for things like your age, your race, your religion, your height. Man, married, single, whatever. They could ask you a pile of questions. And that gets sent off and sold to companies and put in databases. Now the databases is now starting to be re-released. So I got numbers up until 2023. So brace yourselves. Do Canadians want these jobs or not? So now this is Canadian proper. So 3-4 generations Canadian. European expansion. So Italians, Irish, Portuguese, Greeks, whatever, that came over to build this country. Hungarians, Polish, whatever. European expansion. And it actually includes native. When I saw that, well, okay, so Canadian proper, European expansion, and natives. Okay, so they're added into this category of applying for jobs. Okay, let's see. So this includes big box stores, banks, banking system, banking sectors, and fast food, entertainment, security, and government jobs. 2.3 million people from the Canadian proper, European expansion, native applied for multiple positions. 2.3 million people applied for multiple positions in 2019. According to this, 406 got a position. 2.3 million. And in 2020, 1.3 million, 909 roughly got a position. And that, again, is the Canadian proper, European expansion, and natives. In 2021, 3.2 million people got positions. 3.2 million people applied. 1,468 got positions. 2022, 3.6 million people applied for jobs. 4,166 got positions. 2023, 3.9 million people applied for jobs. 2,149 got positions. We only got up to 2023. Now, you need to keep in mind that some of those positions are overlap. So somebody would apply really looking for a job, they'd apply to 200 positions, 100, 300, and then give up because they're not getting any callbacks because they don't fit the status quo that the Canadian governments are pushing for, right? I think because the public sector is so big in Canada, I think the public sector is over 60-70% now in Canada. And that's how Mark Carney will win the next election. And we told you guys months ago that he was going to be selected. And it happened. And he's going to win the public sector vote. And he's going to win. So through the public sector for the six-figure income jobs that are held by foreigners that want to keep those six-figure jobs, right? And I just wanted to give you guys those numbers and let you guys know. Buddy told me that there may be a way to kind of over or bypass is by sending your resume through registered mail via signature. And that prevents your resume from being destroyed, but they'll still scan it, but they might have to keep it on file legally to say that they received this person's resume. So that was something we said years ago. Basically, try to send it registered mail via signature so that they actually legally received that resume. And then when you do a follow-up, they can't lie to you and say, well, yeah. So they have to kind of say, yeah, we did read it, or who knows from there. But I'm just putting this out there. So do Canadians really want these jobs? Let me know. And this, again, this covered, just so you guys remember, this covered big box stores, okay, banking sectors, fast food, security, and government jobs. So there may be something in there that's not in there. So I don't want to misinform anybody about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hey, and if a bigger channel is going to take some of this information, hey, give me a plug. I've been here 15 years, still waiting for a plug for all this time. Mike Martins here. I have spoken.